Donald Trump has aired his grievances to world leaders in that building behind you. Sometimes the president's speech to the UN is one of his more interesting ones because it has an international focus as opposed to maybe a MAGA or Republican base focus. What were some of the things that he outlined in this speech?
Well, James, it was an extraordinary speech. He came into the, if you like, from his point of view, it's the lion's den of the United Nations. It's not an organisation of which he has any particular fondness or even respect. He doesn't believe too much in multilateralism. He believes that each country should fight its own battles. So he came into this assembly and really confronted them full on, said that the UN, the organisation behind me to which he was speaking, was responsible for a lot of illegal immigration around the world. He attacked the UN's predictions on global warming. He said that they were wrong, their predictions, and done by stupid people. He called the UN officials who did this, and he said, your countries are going to hell. That was his direct phrase. He looked at the group and said, your countries are going to hell when it comes to immigration. A lot of it was how much better he is than Joe Biden had been. He even talked about his time as a real estate developer here in New York and how he looked at developing this particular site here. So it was one of the more remarkable speeches we've seen. It was a very pugilistic and pugnacious president who was peppering, his presentation with a lot of little pills of poison. So it was a colourful speech full of confrontation.
And I don't mind making the speech without a teleprompter because the teleprompter is not working. I feel very happy to be up here with you nevertheless, and that way you speak more from the heart. I can only say that whoever's operating this teleprompter is in big trouble. I ended 7 wars, dealt with the leaders of each and every one of these countries, and never even received a phone call from the United Nations offering to help in finalizing the deal. All I got from the United Nations was an escalator that on the way up stopped right in the middle. Europe is in serious trouble. They've been invaded by a force of illegal aliens like nobody's ever seen before. Illegal aliens are pouring into Europe. Nobody's doing anything to change it, to get them out. It's not sustainable. In the event that Russia is not ready to make a deal to end the war, then the United States is fully prepared to impose a very strong round of powerful tariffs which would stop the bloodshed, I believe, very quickly. But for those tariffs to be effective, European nations, all of you are gathered here right now, would have to join us in adopting the exact same measures. Now, as if to encourage continued conflict, some of this body is seeking to unilaterally recognize a Palestinian state. The rewards would be too great for Hamas terrorists for their atrocities. It's climate change. Because if it goes higher or lower, whatever the hell happens, there's climate change. It's the greatest con job ever perpetrated on the world, in my opinion.
So there we heard from Donald Trump, as I said, in that very pugnacious mood.